Developing story. SEC apparently attempting to classify Ethereum as a security. Now, this hasn't been confirmed. There's been no court filings, but it's all over the news. And we see people like former CFTC Commissioner Brian Quintenz going on the attack, calling out the SEC for this. So, seems like people in the know understand this is real and something's brewing here. Now, before we get into this story, let me make this clear. I just shared this news event on X today, and someone started blasting me saying, you know what, Jungle, you're a hypocrite. You were against the SEC when they tried to do this to XRP, and now you're for it, now that they're going after Ethereum. I didn't say anything like that. First and foremost, I'm a crypto investor. I hold Ethereum. I hold Ethereum Layer 2s. Furthermore, this just isn't going to be great for asset values in general within crypto. The last thing we need is more nonsense from the SEC. Not saying it's going to stop a bull run, but it's suboptimal. Best believe that. We'll kind of wade through it. But, yeah, I don't want to see this. This is not going to help me make more money. Some people think that they're going to get some moral victory from this. I'll tell you this. If you think something happened in the past with Hinman, remember, the judge is only going to rule on those things that are put in front of them. They can't go digging for their own evidence. Do you think the SEC is going to bring up Hinman? No, they're not going to go over all of that nonsense. And do you think Joe Lubin's going to jump up there and go, you know what? We did a solid deal with Hinman. He was paid well. No, he's not going to bring that up either. And the SEC, I believe, is going to try to carve out the past. They're not even going to want to go there. I think how they're going to accomplish this is they're going to put the merge is that, point in time where they're looking from there forward. They're going to try to say that proof of stake is some sort of enterprise where you plan on pooling your money with others and making a return, making profit. And they got some stupid judge to go along with that thinking in the Luna case, where the judge ruled, UST, because you were earning yield off of that stable coin, that's a security. And I think they said Luna as well, because it was a staking crypto. And it's just the luck of the draw. Are you going to get a Ripple style judge that is going to dig in here and understand the intricate details here on what this technology means? Or are you going to get some geezer that just hates crypto and thinks that the SEC is savior of the universe? You just don't know. And I think that's the point here. They are going to try to go after that novel issue. And we won't know until we see the complaint for sure if it does get filed. But I think they're going to try to claim that in some way proof of stake is some sort of enterprise, and that is the problem. And they're going to cut out all the stuff in the past. They're not even going to look at that. They are going to make that moment in time forward the issue here. And it would affect a lot of crypto. Most cryptos today are some form of proof of stake. Of course, there are other things. You have XRP with consensus and Bitcoin with proof of work, and you have other novel systems out there, but most are some form of proof of stake. And if they could get a judge to go along with that, that would be really bad. That would affect most major cryptocurrencies. Now, wouldn't be over there anyway. We would go to appeals and all this stuff, and probably by then we would get some form of regulations. But they're going to cause us headaches in the short term. Now, do I think this will be as catastrophic as what we saw with XRP? Not by a long shot. And I'll tell you why. If you notice, what did Uphold do when that lawsuit hit? Well, they kept trading XRP. Why? A lot of people try to make them into heroes as if they're out there to do the greater good for the crypto space. No, most of their money, their revenues came from XRP trade. And if they delisted XRP, well, they would go out of business. So it's either option A, go out of business, or option B, let's see how things play out. No one is going to take option A and just close their doors. If Uphold stopped letting you trade XRP, I don't know. I have a hard time figuring out why anyone uses that exchange to start with. I kind of get it if you're trading an XRP, but beyond that, that is their bread and butter. That's how they make all their money. When we look at U.S. exchanges, Coinbase, Kraken, all the big ones, how do they make their money? Bitcoin, and a big chunk of it is Ethereum and ERC20 tokens. That makes up the lion's share of the top cryptos trading on their exchanges. It's all about Ethereum and all those ERC20s, and if they got rid of them, they would go busto. So we're not going to see that massive delisting and liquidity shock, but there could be novel ways this affects us. Of course, it's just extra risk on the table for the whole crypto space, and it's suboptimal for sure. If we see a massive lawsuit against the #2 crypto project in the world, it's going to have a negative effect. It won't be as bad as what we saw with XRP, but again, it's suboptimal. We don't want to see it. We need to be working towards sensible regulations, not this type of environment where you get sued for who knows why at any moment in time. That's not a great place for an investor. So, hopefully this doesn't happen. Again, I don't expect them to time travel way in the past. Most of that stuff is past statute anyway. I think if it's not fraud related, I think they only have 5 years. And so definitely the original ICO would be out of there. Even when the Ethereum Foundation set the top of the 2017 bull run and just unloaded 100 and something million on people's heads back in those days, that was a lot of cryptocurrencies. I think that's past statute as well. So I don't think they're going to go into any of that kind of stuff. I think they're just going to be looking at the issue of proof of stake. Is this some sort of activity where we're pulling our funds for a business enterprise? And that will be at the center of the argument here. And Gary Gensler, that's his last ditch hope. Because if he could get that, he would get much of crypto under his control. It's too bad we can't just have sensible laws, but this is the game we have to play, and play it we will. Keep an eye on it. Again, when the lawsuit first came out against XRP, the first half a day, I didn't really know what to think of it. And then if you remember, I did my State of the Union address where I'm like, we're getting delisted. This is going to be catastrophic. And as long as this court case is going on, it's going to severely affect us. Maybe there's something here that I'm not seeing that could be really big. I think what it just means is we're not, of course, getting any sort of altcoin ETFs from the SEC, no less than Ethereum one. And we're just going to have to wait longer. But, we'll see it progress. Let me know what you think down below. And as always, please like, please subscribe. The revolution will be televised right here on Jungle Inc.